I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we are taking a closer look at Action Comics number 979. Some of Superman's deadliest foes have united to try and destroy him. What'll happen next? Let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? Okay then, so as we join the comic, Mongul is beating Superman to death, and he kills him. Wow, that was a pretty short storyline. Fun though. Of course none of this is true. Mongul is still dreaming thanks to the Black Mercy. If you recall the events of Trinity, that's more or less where the superheroes left him. Eradicator comes to recruit him for the new Superman Revenge Squad. How exactly Eradicator is able to speak to Mongul through the Black Mercy is beyond me. I guess he's a Kryptonian robot and he just so happens to have an app for that. Now, if you know anything about Mongul, you know he doesn't exactly play well with other shit. He doesn't even play well with members of his own family. He reluctantly agrees to join the Revenge Squad, but you can already tell he's going to be a wild card moving forward. He, Blanche, and the Eradicator get dispatched to Superman's old secret fortress of solitude that held a bunch of alien artifacts he deemed too dangerous for anywhere else, including the Oblivion Stone. Wow, what a pull. It's been so long now, chances are you might not actually remember what the Oblivion Stone is. It was that alien artifact they were all fighting over in the original Superman Lois and Clark series that this is all kind of spinning out of. What's the deal with the stone? Apparently it has the power to change a person's reality once you gather the two halves together. Now the stone isn't completely undefended. There's still those extra-dimensional people that Superman was fostering in his base of operations, the Yeti-looking guy and the weird woman. They try and fight to defend the stone, only they end up getting killed for all their trouble. Now, on the other side of the story, we have Clark and Lois Kent house hunters in Metropolis. Yes, they've decided that the commute is just way too much from Hamilton County and they want to put down roots in the city. They know it's going to be hard on their son Superboy, but they figure this is a good way to expose him to new cultures and new ideas and, well, pretty much the world that he's going to be saving once he gets older. How exactly they managed to afford such a bitchin' high-rise condo on a fee of 2 journalists is beyond me, but hey, they got a cool new place. Superman gets the call about his secret fortress coming under attack and quickly rushes over to see what's going on. Unfortunately, he's all too late. His 2 friends are dead and his Helix robot is beaten up too. This of course all begs the question, why, if the Revenge Squad was together, did they go for the stone first and not say, oh, I don't know, attack Superman? As we discover, it was the group's seemingly de facto leader, Hank Henshaw, who wanted it, but the reason he wanted it, you see, that's where things get interesting. He wants it so he can become whole again. Or, to put it more simply, he wanted the stone so he could become the Cyborg Superman again like he used to be before the missing 10 years in DC Universe Reborn. Now, this is actually a lot to unpack here as it opens up a ton of different possibilities. If you'll remember, when Hank Henshaw was reintroduced into the comics, he was just a normal guy, an astronaut even, with no memory of ever being the Cyborg Superman. Hell, they retconned it to where Supergirl's father was the Cyborg Superman, but now, after Superman Reborn, he remembers. And using the stone's power, he's able to return back to being Cyborg Superman and even put Mongul in his place in a great panel very reminiscent of when the character first appeared. And if this new team wasn't dangerous enough, the squad decides they need one last member to really make this group perfect, and that would be General Zod, but to do that, they're going to have to cross paths with the Suicide Squad. Action Comics number 979 was another really solid issue. I love the juxtaposition of the mundanity of Clark and Lois house hunting with all the crazy stuff happening with these supervillains plotting their demise. Cyborg Superman returning to the fold is also just another great piece of the Superman universe falling back into place and everything that was old becoming new again. I appreciate too that while they could very easily have just flipped a switch and just have him show up being his old self again and no one would really complain, they actually make it a mechanism in the story. Why they even tie it into the Lois and Clark series, although granted I have to wonder what the Oblivion Stone means to the world as a whole now that they essentially have a magical retcon device. Overall, continues to be a really strong book with good writing, great art, and a lot of twists and turns to keep you interested and keep you coming back time and time again, which is why I gotta give this one another very solid 8 out of 10. So, there's your Superman book for the week, everyone. fun. I hope you enjoyed it, and while I have your attention, why not check out some of these other videos I have on offer from the channel, including Spider-Man, the Lazarus Contract, and more. And if you want to keep up to date on when the newest Cape Joel video comes out, well, then you can just follow me on Twitter at Cape Joel. And before you go, if you like this comic and want to catch up on it or any other book in trade, might I recommend you get a great deal over at bookdepository.uk. It's no joke my favorite place for buying comic book trades. And if you use my link down in the description, not only will you be getting yourself a great deal on comics, but a small percentage of everything you buy goes to support me and the channel. You win, I win, everybody wins, I tell you. So until next time, this has been Cape Joel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye-bye.